Hi, I'm Jack from linksparkour.net and today we're going to be going through the climb up. The climb up's just basically used for getting up walls, that's basically what it is. You can do it from a wall run, so when you pop up you're hanging on a wall, you need to get up. It can just be, if you can't quite kick straight off the wall and up, then you need to hang on the wall first and get up, so that's what it's all about really. I'd say it's sort of 50% strength, 50% technique, but there is a lot of technique involved and you can't just do it with raw power. You need to sort of really have a good idea of using the balance between your feet and your hands. A lot of it is sort of pulling up with your hands, well, pulling down so that you go straight up rather than coming away the wall or into the wall. It's all about going straight up, and that's a combination of your hands and your feet. Your hands need to pull down and your feet need to kind of push away, but your hands keep you into the wall, so it's all about going upwards. And that's when you do the transition, which is probably the hardest part of the climb up, that it takes a lot of time to get right, when you let go from this position and land with all your hands on top. So obviously when you start hanging on a wall you can only get your fingers over, but you need to get your whole palms on top to be in a position to go onto the wall. So you start with your hands in this position, with your feet against the wall, pull up and then your hands go on top. I'll just give you a quick demonstration of this now. Once you've started hanging on the wall in this position, you should let your arms hang so that you're at full hang with your arms. You're not clenched like this at all. You haven't got your arms anymore withdrawn and full lock. So yeah, once you're in that position, you can really pull up hard. If you like this, then you're not going to be able to get a lot of pull. So onto the wall, put your feet just sort of in a crouched position really, so that you're as close into the wall as you can be. And then from there, you can pull with your arms and push with your feet at the same time, pulling up like that. Not sort of like that, pushing away from the wall. You want to pull up with your hands and push with your feet. So you should go straight up, like that. That should get you the momentum to get your hands over the wall so that you can then let go with your hands, get your palms on top. And that should power you to get over the wall. Then from there we move on to the next bit, which is the climb up or flick up. Right, okay, once you've got your palms on top of the wall and you've got your body weight over, that's when you need to get your feet up onto the wall. And there's quite a few different ways to do this. The fastest, which will probably take a while to learn because of the fear of clipping your feet, is called, we just call it the flick up. So once you're in this position, you've got your palms on top of the wall, you have your feet against the side of the wall and you push off and flick your feet up onto the wall, like so. Other ways that you can do it that can make it a bit easier are just 1 foot at a time, so 1 foot up in between your legs like that, or you can also put your feet to the side like that, and you can also just flick up to the side of your hands. Okay, with parkour, because it's not just about the individual movements, it's not just about climbing up quickly and it's not just about flicking up quickly, it's about the transition between that. So as soon as you've pulled up and you've landed with your palms on top, that's when you want to be flicking up. So as soon as they're on, you want to flick up, so the whole movement is just one fluid thing. A lot of people just climb up and then they take their time pushing up into position and then they flick up. It shouldn't be like that. It should be as soon as your palms are on top, flick up. So that's something to work on. You can work on the individual things first, work on sort of break it down into parts, like, and then you can just sort of add them together and try and get it all together quickly. A few problems that people have with climb ups is some people don't either have the strength or the technique to get both hands on top first time. So some people sort of pull, get one hand on, then the other. That's fine, but it is a bit slower because obviously you've got to do them on a time. So if you can build up the strength and work on the technique so that you've got that explosive power so that you can land both on top, that will quicken up your climb up. And also just getting used to flicking up so you're confident with it, and then as soon as you land you can flick straight up, and it makes the climb up a lot quicker. I think the main problem that people have really with flicking up and with climb ups is just the fear of clipping your feet on the wall and going over. Again, just practice your flick ups on a low wall, then you can get used to getting your feet up, you can get used to what it feels like, and then you can work on sort of having it natural for the climb up. Right, when you're in the hanging position on a wall, like when you're about to do a climb up, you can also kick off the wall to go back into another hanging position, like an arm jump, or you can kick off and land on another wall, These things are useful for getting to other positions quickly if you want to change direction, that kind of thing. So I'll just give you 2 examples of how you can use that. Right, okay, the key to this move is pulling up and kicking up with one foot and then kicking back with the other. So you get height with one foot and then you kick back with the other. So the first one should be like the first stage of a climb up, where you're pulling up to get height so that you're sort of coming above the wall, and then with the other one you kick back and turn, and that's when you just kick off the wall, spin, and you can look for the other wall quickly and either land in an arm jump position or onto the wall. This can take a bit of time to get used to the sort of combining all the different things and getting more distance and more confidence with turning, because obviously you can't see where the wall is until you've turned around, so it can be quite a difficult move at first. Thank you very much for watching this tutorial. I've been Jack Rain from Links Parkour. Good luck with this move.